You know, after reading several chapters of the Boruto manga for Two Blue Vortex, one of the most intriguing things about this story thus far is just how powerful Boruto's gotten compared to how he was at the end of the first part of the series. The way he's been scaled to now be much faster, much stronger, and overall a more powerful shinobi while knowing a vast amount of new jutsu was really refreshing to see, especially when reviewing the lackluster time skip we got from Naruto Shippuden back during that time. Like honestly, seeing this during Two Blue Vortex really makes one think, why couldn't Naruto get a time skip like this during his series? The funny thing about this is that both Naruto and Boruto were trained by Jiraiya, quote unquote Jiraiya, during their time skip, but the clone version of Jiraiya did way better than the actual real version of Jiraiya. Anyways, as the description already says, we're not going for this anymore. Today we're doing a what if Naruto actually got much stronger during the time skip. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now, we're gonna break this up into a few parts. The first part we're going to discuss are the different ways Naruto could have practically improved during the time skip. The next part is going to be reviewing just how much more a powerful version of Naruto would have affected the major parts of the story moving forward. Alright, it's no secret that Naruto's time skip was one of the most disappointing parts of the series. He literally learned no new techniques and essentially only slightly improved at the techniques he already knew, which is quite disrespectful to Jiraiya. Jiraiya taught Naruto the Rasengan, the summoning jutsu, and how to better control the Kyuubi's chakra over the span of a few months. There's no way in hell he wouldn't have taught Naruto more techniques. Anyways, enough rambling about what went wrong. Let's talk about how we can fix this. First thing to focus on is about the jutsu Naruto was already aware of. We're going to have Naruto be able to utilize the Rasengan with just one hand. There's no reason why he should still be utilizing a clone after all this time. This was an ingenious way to learn the technique several years ago. Now, he should be much more proficient at utilizing the jutsu and some variations such as the giant Rasengan as well. The multi-shadow clone jutsu would be much easier for him to utilize as well, taking much less chakra to perform and would result in a lot more clones created. Next thing we're going to have Naruto learn is a change in chakra nature. This was another thing that there's no way in hell that Jiraiya would not have taught Naruto about. Okay, Jiraiya literally knows several changes in chakra nature himself. After Naruto learns his change in chakra nature, he would also learn a few different jutsu centered around it as well, because it's annoying as fuck just how limited his arsenal has been for years. The first jutsu Naruto adds to his arsenal would be Wind Release Gale Palm, which can be defined as a technique where the user creates a gust of wind by the user clasping their hands together. Then wind is compressed and adjusted into a powerful gale, which has enough force to knock over a person. When used in conjunction with shuriken or kunai, the tools become much more lethal as their speed and velocity is increased. This technique was utilized by Boruto during part 1 in a way that's actually very similar to how Naruto would have used it in terms of a multitude of clones helping out. The next technique that Naruto is going to learn is actually one of Jiraiya's. Ninja Art of the Raging Lion's Mane. Mainly because it doesn't really make any sense that Jiraiya wouldn't have taught Naruto at least one of his actual techniques. Sure, you know, he taught him the Rasengan, but the Rasengan is not one of his original techniques. That's Minato's. This one would be from Jiraiya himself. Kind of similar to how Kakashi taught Sasuke his own signature technique, the Chidori. Anyways, for those that are not aware, this technique utilizes chakra to enhance one's hair follicles, which would subsequently strengthen and enhances the sheer size of the hair as well. The hair's strength can be compared to steel wires, which greatly enhance the destructive capabilities. It's malleable as well, being able to be adjusted to take on different shapes while crushing the adversary. The last technique is kind of broken, to be honest, but honestly, I don't care. Naruto was treated horribly during his time skip, and we're gonna make sure old dude is powered up like he was supposed to. The last technique is called Wind Release Zero Air Pressure, where the user is able to create a vacuum in a specified area and controls the air around a specific area. Using this technique, they pull the air out of this specified area to try and suffocate them. This technique takes a tremendous amount of chakra, and Naruto can only utilize this when he's not moving. With all that out of the way, Naruto would return to the village with a more advanced arsenal that includes the ability to utilize a Rasengan in many variations as well as many enhancements of the base Rasengan, Wind Release Gale Palm, and a combination of kunai and clones for variations in different ways to utilize it, Ninja Art of the Raging Lion's Mane, Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu and all its variations, the Summoning Jutsu, Kyuubi's Chakra, Enhanced Taijutsu, Agility and Speed, Wind Release, Zero Air Pressure. This obviously does not mention the basic jutsu that Naruto would obviously still be able to utilize, such as the regular Clone Jutsu or the substitute substitution jutsu. The story would naturally follow similarly to how it originally did, when Naruto would meet back up with the rest of everyone from the village again, and Team 7 would get deployed soon after to help Gaara. But before that though, they would get tested by Kakashi to see how much they've actually gotten better over the time skip. This would be the first major change though. Naruto, after training like a madman, feeling extremely confident, would tell Sakura to not get involved and that he wants to take Kakashi on by himself to test his abilities, vowing to get the bells without any other help. Everyone except Jiraiya would be completely surprised by this, as Jiraiya would laugh and tell Naruto to not get overconfident and to maintain caution. Kakashi would ask Naruto if he's sure about doing this and doubts how much stronger Naruto thinks he has gotten, only for Jiraiya to say, "Don't underestimate Naruto or you'll surely regret it." The statement shocks Kakashi as he squares off to Naruto. Watching his body language, he honestly forgets to utilize his Sharingan from the start, being completely focused and intrigued about how much Naruto had actually gotten better. This proves to have been a major mistake, as Naruto utilizes the full range of his techniques to press Kakashi more than he had dealt with in a while, leading to Kakashi having to utilize his Sharingan almost immediately afterwards. Naruto had blitzed him and caught him off guard multiple times due to the new techniques that Naruto had learned, as well as the enhanced speed and strength at his disposal. The battle waged on for some time, as Kakashi thought about utilizing Kamui but decided against it. Ultimately, Naruto was able to get one of the bells after Naruto summoned a multitude of clones, and all of them had utilized Art of the Raging Lion's Mane to create what seemed like a never-ending barrage of steel-wired, strengthened hair follicles that cut off a bell before Kakashi had noticed, subsequently ending the fight. Tsunade, Jiraiya, Sakura, and Kakashi were beyond impressed at the sheer abilities Naruto had displayed, and he was able to accomplish this with much daylight still left, unlike during the original timeline when the sun had almost set due to how much time it took for Team 7 to get the bells. This proved how Naruto was on a fast track to truly becoming the Hokage. After this, Team 7 had set out to the Sand Village like usual to pursue the Akatsuki and to save Gaara. The events go as usual, and the next major change was the fight Naruto and Kakashi had against a clone of Itachi. This shit was extremely annoying as fuck, because it honestly just disrespects Kakashi and Naruto. A clone of Itachi of less than half of Itachi's chakra would not and should not be that much more powerful than the two shinobi. And in this timeline, it's not, because Naruto and Kakashi would quickly dispatch and destroy the clone. The rest of the timeline would change. Then they would go on to help Team Guy dispatch of their clone of Kisame as well. The rest of the timeline would change because now Naruto and Kakashi would continue to help the rest of Team Guy during their stupid clone battle. Naruto would simply and quickly end all their fights by sending hundreds of clones to each of their respective locations to quickly take out the nuisances. Because of the expedited process, this led to the teams being able to actually finally release the blockage and interrupt the extraction jutsu during its process, which greatly angered Pain and the rest of the Akatsuki. And because very few of them were actually there, Pain orders Sasori and Deidara to leave immediately, otherwise they would risk losing Gaara. Deidara tried to escape utilizing his clay, flying behemoth jutsu, whatever the hell that thing is, yet Naruto was able to block the exit by utilizing his Art of the Raging Lion's Mane, and had a multitude of clones from earlier to make sure that the exit was shielded off, as well as attack Deidara from the sky. Due to the lack of space within the vicinity, Deidara and his clay bird were quickly entangled by all the hair that Naruto and the clones utilized. Sasori, seeing their opportunity to escape disappearing and the chance of them losing Gaara heightening, he chose to immediately unveil his 100 puppet jutsu to distract Naruto and the rest of Team 7 and Team Guy. During this, Deidara tried to utilize his clay bomb to make an additional exit from the back. Due to every member being there, they were all able to take care of the multitude of puppets, though Sakura and Tenten would get poisoned during this process. Deidara, throughout all the commotion, would try to get Gaara, who was still unconscious at the mouth of the clay bird, yet would be unsuccessful due to Guy, Kakashi, Naruto, Neji, Lee, and Chio all being more than able to fend off whatever Sasori threw at them, and was able to quickly secure Gaara away from the bird. And Deidara couldn't just blow anyone or anything up at the risk of killing the Jinchuriki before their tailed beasts were extracted. The Konoha Shinobi and Chio would choose to split up. One team would get Gaara out of there, while the other would keep the rest of the adversaries there. there, at least tried to. Sakura, having the antidote, was able to heal Tenten and herself and go off and help Naruto and get Gaara out of there. Kakashi went off to help them as well. In pure anger, Deidara went after them, leaving Guy, Rock Lee, Chio, and Neji to fight off Sasori, while the rest tried to fend off Deidara, who was desperately trying to get back Gaara and finish the extraction. The rest of this had led to Team Guy plus Chio, yet minus Tenten, to kill Sasori, who still told them about Orochimaru's meeting several days later, just before he died. And it also led to Pain dispatching the real Kisame and Itachi to back up Deidara. Between Naruto and Kakashi, as well as Sakura and Tenten, they were able to fend off Deidara, who had no choice but to utilize an explosion to escape and regroup and let them get away. Otherwise, he would have been killed himself. Kisame and Itachi were too late, as the Konoha Shinobi had already gotten away. Deidara was nowhere to be seen, and Sasori was found dead. End of part 1. Let me know if y'all want me to make this part 2 and covering this whole what if scenario throughout the rest of Shippuden. This was super fun talking throughout this whole scenario. And this is honestly a more accurate representation of the events that really could have happened had Naruto really improved throughout the time skip. Like, this dude knew the summoning jutsu, the multi-shadow clone jutsu, and the Rasengan all before the age of 13. He was really done dirty by the lack of improvement during the time skip, and it really made no logical sense how much he barely improved. And this would be much more accurate based on simple common sense. Anyways, let me know what y'all thought, leave a like and subscribe as well for more content. Be well.